Some stories made us think, others made us wink, and some made us stink. But mostly 2010 was about crud that made us drink. Let's now go to our panel of panelists and find out what made them turn to the sauce. PB, I go to you first. What made you drink the most?
Well, the TSA screening, Don't Touch My Junk, has to be right up there.
Yeah.
Congressional report says the procedures routinely involve the touching of breasts, buttocks, and genitals. And this happens at the same time that they're cutting back on the free meals. You know, before somebody's groping me, I want that free dinner.
Yeah, I agree with you completely.
How about tonight? Is that inappropriate?
Yeah, no, that's absolutely appropriate. Rob, what made you drink?
In autumn, they closed the last light bulb factory in America. We don't make light bulbs anymore, which is just as well, because we don't actually use those light bulbs anymore. We use those curly-Q Dairy Queen things that don't give you any light at all, and those are made in China. You know how in cartoons, like, you had a great idea, you had a big light bulb? We can't even... That's a metaphor. We can't do that now.
Yeah,
wow.
Environmentalists don't believe in human creativity anymore.
No.
They don't think we're possible of thinking our way out of trouble. Mike, quickly, what's the thing that makes you drink?
Well, now that I know that, what's going to make me drink is the shutting down of all the lamp manufacturers now in the country because they have no bulbs. But what makes me drink is actually Afghanistan and the fact that we refuse to have this discussion, step back and say, you know what, let's get the hell out, because trying to build some pseudo-stable democratic society there is not going to work, nor is it tied to our national security. But we continue this notion that whether we leave in 6 months, 2 years, or 10 years, somehow we're going to leave something good behind. You know, so that's what makes me drink.
All right, Bill, what makes you drink?
A, listening to Baker talk about Afghanistan. And B, in May 2010, Justin Bieber and Kim Kardashian were at the White House Correspondents' Meal. At one point, Justin Bieber tweeted a picture of him and Kim Kardashian, and he called her his girlfriend. And as a result, Kim Kardashian replied saying that she was getting death threats. I was one of the many people that sent death threats to Kim Kardashian. But I have realized something, Greg.
Yes?
That it is not Kim's fault. She had nothing to do with this. It was Bieber deliberately crushing the dreams of me and many a 12-year-old girl. So I say this to Bieber and his legion of Bieber followers. I think they're going to have some time with him.
Don't.
Fight the real enemy.
Wow.
That's like when Sinead tore up the picture of the Pope.
I think the message here that we've learned is that almost anything and everything makes Bill drink.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, it's just like...
I will make Bieber drink once he is of age.
16 years old.
With a rookie.
All right, we're going to take a break. Got a comment on the show? Email us. It's redeye@foxnews.com. And now more music.
It's time for Red Eye the High. In late night entertainment, Red Eye untie. The houseboy in your basement, Red Eye so fly. Or Greg and Bill and Andy, Red Eye no lie. It's a show that understands me.